right, we're back for the second semi-final of the Asia Games. And the winner of this is going to take on Sawa, who just took out Chen. An upset and retirement upset, unfortunately. But let's see, because now Eala is well and truly the favorite. She is the favorite for the gold. Can she win the gold? That is the question we're going to find out. It's hot out there. It's tough conditions. Never heard of her opponent. Never watched her opponent. I can tell you, though, that she has won, Naklo, that is. She did win her first match in a 3-setter against the number 4 seed. And she did win her second match in straight sets. She's 510 in the world. So, again, Eala should win this. But these tournaments are strange. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of expectation on the favorites. So let's see if any of that makes any difference. The winner of today will play in a couple of days. Hey, Dutchie, thank you for gifting a membership. Thank you for gifting 5 members. Appreciate that. I don't know why it's not showing up properly, but something I have to fix. I'll write that down. All right. Thank you, Dutchie, for the 5 gifted. All right. But let's see who, if Eala can get through this one. This might not be easy. All right. By the way, Eala is also playing the mixed doubles tomorrow. She's not playing the women's doubles, and she didn't play the team event, but she is playing the mixed doubles with the Philippines number 1. And they won, I think they won their first match yesterday. So, yeah. So, Eala won her match, by the way, yesterday against Leong. She was down 3-1, came back, won 6-3, 6-1. So, after a slow start, she came back and won pretty easily against the number 968 from Malaysia. And now she's playing number 510 from Thailand. But like I said, this is a hot day. It is a hot, stinking hot afternoon. Midday. What is it? It's 12:30. Wait, is it 12:30? Hang on. What's the time? 11:30. Wait, I thought it was 3 hours behind. It's 4 hours behind. It's 11:30. My bad. So they started way earlier than that's why I mucked up that's why I mucked it up. Because I thought it was a 3-hour difference from Australia, but it's 4 hours. Yeah, we don't have stats. There's no stats. Just ignore the stats. Ignore the stats. Stats are no stats. They're starting in 25 minutes. Or 15 minutes. 15 minutes. Sawa has defeated Eala in Japan in 2024. 4-6, 6-1, 6-2. Ooh. I'll tell you, Sawangyu might be she might be somebody to watch out for as a serious threat. I mean, especially we mentioned this in the last match that Sawangyu is a very she was a great junior. We talked about that. She was one of the best juniors in her time. She didn't win a slam, but she was in the top 10 of juniors. We talked about some of the players that she played in the juniors and some of the players that who have gone on to done great things like Towson and Fernandez and Raducanu. She was in that generation, Zhang. So being a top 10 junior at that time, she's obviously got some skills. So it'll be really fun to see if she does next year. And also you don't underestimate watching players from your region, maybe not your country, but from your region. So, from Southeast Asia, seeing Eala and seeing Chen do well, Sawa's got to think, I can do that. That will give her confidence. Whereas, there's no players really from Thailand that are doing super well right now. They have been in the past. But to see 2 players who she beat one of them, now she might play the other one in a couple of days. To see, 2 players that are from Southeast Asia doing well on the WTA, that'll give her some confidence too. And maybe give her some extra belief of okay, well, why couldn't I do that? You know. So that's gonna be fun. So she might be somebody to watch out for next year. She was top 100. Yeah, she was 100 in the world in the middle of the year, but she didn't play. I don't know what happened. Does anyone know what happened? Did she get injured after the French? Because she didn't play between the French and like November. So there must have been some injury there for like 6 months. She didn't play, so I don't know what was going on there. But it's extremely hot in Thailand. Could Eala resist the hot conditions? Well, that is a question that we just saw Chen forced to retire due to heat. So, yeah, Eala's it's gonna be tough if she doesn't get off to a good start. So I think the problem that happened in the last match for Chen was she was up 3-1, but it was a very tough, long, hard games to get to that 3-1, and then when she got to 3-0. You know, that was physically it was too much. She worked so hard to get the lead. So if Eala doesn't have to work super hard early in this match, she gets like to a good start, she should get this done. But if it's a physical 60 minutes for the first set, that might be a problem down the track. We don't know. Eala is pretty fit though. Like we've seen times where Eala's looked physically out of it and she comes back and wins anyway. Right? There's been times where Eala's, she doesn't seem like she physicality isn't she's not scared of a bit of she's not scared to sweat, right? She's not gonna I don't think she's retired at all this year, Eala, but she's had some injuries and she's played anyway. So I don't think she's gonna worry about the conditions as much if it does get pretty brutal. Stats, is that a word? That is a word. That is the word. We want to see you cover Southeast Asia games soon for tennis in Malaysia. Hey, look, maybe Southeast Asia is the area that's going to start doing well in tennis. I mean, you've got Chen, you've got Eala. Right? I mean, Asia's had their time, right? China and Japan have had great success. But maybe it's Southeast Asia's time to start to impress, Maybe that's the maybe there now it's time for Southeast Asia to get some momentum. So just having a look here back at the Southeast Asia Games 2 years ago. Eala, I think, won bronze in the singles. Eala's already won a bronze medal with the team event. She didn't play the actual event, but with the team event, there's everyone who plays for the Philippines is in the team. But she didn't play any of the singles. But she did win I think they won bronze. And Chen won the gold with Indonesia. Oh, pardon me. I think that, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what the little I've seen of it, I think that's what happened. Yeah, so let me have a look. So, who won the medal last year? Oh, hang on. So, Southeast Asia Games 2023, Indonesia won 4 gold medals. Chen didn't win one. I thought Chen won. Maybe I was wrong. Who did win? Anyone that's playing right now? What did I see? Maybe I'm thinking of the Asia Games. Am I getting that wrong? Maybe the Asia Games were bronze medal for. Did Eala get to the bronze medal match in the Asia Games? Is that what I'm getting confused with? She won bronze in the Asia Games. Okay, so I thought it was. Sorry, yeah. So it was the Asia Games, which was like last year, right? Or 2 years ago? Yeah, because Zhang won the Asia Games. That means... So Chen didn't win this tournament 2 years ago. She won the team event this year. Again, maybe I'm getting confused. It's really hard because the information coming out of this event is very... there's not much... It's not easy to find. So maybe... So Chen won this year gold medal in the team event, and then Eala in the Asia Games a couple of years ago won a bronze. Because these two ladies didn't play last time. 2 years ago, none of these players played. or at least they didn't win anything. Eala actually, sorry, I lied. Eala did play in 2021. She played the Asia Games. She lost in the. She won a bronze medal in the Asia Games 2021. Maybe that's also where I'm getting confused. And the mixed doubles. So there you go. And she won a bronze medal in the team event too. So yeah, so Eala won 3 bronze medals here 4 years ago. What happened to Chen if she already lost? Yeah, she had to retire after the first set. She physically was it was a physical. Physically, it was too much. Yeah, no Eala Chen, unfortunately. Weren't they supposed to play in a tournament this year, and they one of them lost and we missed out? I thought weren't they supposed to meet somewhere like in the second half of the season? Eala won 3 bronze medals in the Southeast Asia Games 2023. Was it 23? Was it? All right. Three sets against Zhang. Eala can really defeat high-ranked players. She's so excited for 2026. I saw her performance in Hong Kong. She has really improved. Oh, yeah. Eala, I mean, I know a lot of people think that Eala gets a little undeserved praise, maybe. Maybe that's the best way to put it. But Eala is tough. Like, if you've got heart, then you're dangerous, right? If you got a mental strength, you're dangerous. It doesn't matter if you don't have the shots or the serve, right? If you got mental strength, you could beat anybody. Like, it doesn't matter. And that goes for a lot of players that have mental strength. You know, I mean, look at Demonor, top 10 guy back-to-back, made the semifinals, the ATP finals. Nobody would have picked that. Mainly due to mental strength and his fitness, right? Mental strength is huge. Have I got a new chair? No, this is the same chair. Nothing's changed. This is exactly the same as it was 3 weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't participate in 2023. Yeah, so 2021, she won 3 bronze medals for the Philippines. Oh, by the way, apparently the WTA awards came out. Sabalenka won Player of the Year, which is no surprise. Back-to-back seasons, she won Player of the Year. Most improved player this year was Anisimova. Totally agree. Newcomer of the Year was Mboko. Totally agree. Comeback Player of the Year was Bencic. Agree. I think we all... that was... Yeah. So they pretty much... All the awards that we said, like that we picked for the Tennis Talk Awards, were pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. They haven't announced Coach of the Year or anything like that yet, but for the main awards, yeah, pretty much the same as what we said. I think it didn't. Eala won Moment of the Year, right? When I think it was Miami, and I think that again that was Fairy Tale Run of the Year. Miami was up there for sure on our list as well. So, have they done the ATP awards yet? Let me check. I think Sinner won Fan Favorite, which is interesting because I thought Alcaraz would have. Where are the Alcaraz fans? Why are you not voting for him as fan favorite? Like Sinner wins back-to-back years. Italy are more committed fans. I mean, the Alcaraz fans are not. You're not voting for him. He's not the most popular player right now. That's crazy. He should be. Him and Sinner should be neck and neck, but Sinner's winning that award. He won Player of the Year though, Alcaraz, and that makes sense. Coach of the Year was Juan Carlos Ferrero and Samuel Lopez, which is Alcaraz's coaches. Again, no surprise. Most improved hasn't been announced. Breakthrough was Vachereau. Okay. I think we agree on that. Fan favorite was Sinner. 3 years in a row, Sinner's been fan favorite. I'll tell you, Federer was fan favorite for 19 in a row. Then Rafa one time when Federer retired. And then now it's Sinner 3 times. I'm surprised. I would have thought Alcaraz would have would have won. A fan favorite. He is the fan's favorite. Rublev won the humanitarian award. That's cool. I'm not sure how that gets decided, but that, yeah. And tournament of the year was Cincinnati. So there you go. If Eala wins semis, it's going to be WTA level in the finals. Oh yeah, Sawa was very impressive in that last match. She really got to Chen, and Chen. I mean, yeah, Chen couldn't handle the heat. Yeah, she was exhausted, yeah. And look, like I said earlier, Chen has played a lot of tennis this week. She played the team event. I think she played every singles match in the team event, and they won. Indonesia won that. So she has played a lot of tennis. This probably would have been maybe a sixth match of the week. So, yeah. And the conditions are tough. It's hot. It's humid. It's tough out there. So, yeah. And look, and like I said also, Chen wouldn't have retired lightly because, this is such a big match. Winning a medal for your country, doesn't matter if it's in the Olympics or Southeast Asia Games or whatever, it's a big deal. So for her to retire, it's obviously serious. That she felt like it was too dangerous for her to go on, right? She wouldn't have just retired because it was, because, right? So she probably felt like, if I stay out here, it could get bad. And it's dangerous, it could be dangerous. So she made the right call for her. It is, yeah, the conditions are pretty brutal. She's exhausted, and also the heat index in Bangkok right now is now high, yeah. Yeah, she didn't retire injured. She retired because of, I guess exhaustion would be probably the best term. So, yeah. And you could tell that Sawangyu was just like, she looked fresh. But also she's from Thailand. This is her event, right? So she was fresh, right? She was ready. And she did like the smart thing too of, when Chen came back from the medical timeout, she was jumping around like she wasn't even phased, which mentally, if you're tired and you're seeing your opponent and they're looking like they're just getting started, that is a kick in the head, right? I mean, you're like, oh God, I'm exhausted, and then you look down the other end and the other person's doing backflips. You're like, oh God, you're not even a smidgen of what I am tired, right? You're not even like a little bit tired, and you're like, oh God, and then you gotta go. Oh, no, I'm gonna chase this person now. Phew. So again, like it was so fun to see Sawa just like doing that because like mentally that was such a great move for her. Hey, Dutchie, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate it. We used to the hot weather. Why Chen retired? I'm expecting her to retire due to cold weather. Kidding. Yeah. Again, I don't think she would have retired lightly. I don't think Chen threw in the towel because it's a little bit warmer than yesterday. Like it would have been for a serious reason, All right. But Chen is also playing doubles, so it's not like she's out of the tournament. She's still got other things coming up. But again, there's also the risk of something getting worse. She had to factor that into. I wanted to see Chen versus Eala. Yeah, I know everyone did, but that's all right. We'll watch Eala play Sawa in a couple of days if that's what we get. All right, here we go. It is Eala versus Naklo. Again, I'm hopefully not butchering these names too badly. But they're back on. They were just out on the court, so this is perfect timing. Eala advancing the semifinals, both singles and mixed doubles. Yeah, so she plays mixed doubles tomorrow, which will be interesting. Her and the number one Philippines player on the men's side. And then the gold medal match will be on Thursday, so in 2 days' time. So if Eala does win today, she gets tomorrow off from the singles, and then she'll play the next day. And yeah, apparently no bronze medal matches, so there's no playoff for the third. So if you lose, you win a bronze. So Chen wins a bronze. Whoever loses this match will get a bronze, and the final obviously is for the gold. Sawangyu is in the main draw of the AO with her protected ranking. Oh, really? Is she? Oh, okay. So did she make the main draw? That's interesting. So we were talking about this earlier that she didn't play for 6 months, or did pretty much 6 months. So she was injured, but she's in the main draw, is she? Let me check. I should know this because I put out an entry list and that her name is probably on there. What's her protected ranking? It must be 100 because she's only been 100. Entry list. Yeah, she is. Oh wow, good pickup. Yeah, she's in the main draw. So you've got Sawangyu, you've got Eala and Chen all in the main draw of Australia. That's interesting. Cool. So we might get a chance to watch Sawangyu in Melbourne. She doesn't have to play quality. That's awesome. That's so good because looking at her results this year, she hasn't played a main draw of a slam before, and she lost in the second round of qualies at the French and then didn't play for 6 months. And she got to a career high number 100 in the world during that time. And she would have been able to play the US Open main draw and all these other things. So it's so good that she's getting a chance to play the main draw because she had she's had a good season, right? She's had a good 12 months. Besides the 6 months of injury, that's good. That's a good reward. Like that's a nice reward, for her. That's awesome. We'll keep an eye on her. We'll definitely keep an eye on her. I tell you, Tien's on the Tien's on the men's side. He's dangerous too. Eala, Chen, and Sawa, all three of them, we're going to be keeping an eye on where they fall in the draw because they could be very dangerous. Like I said, Chen, the heat was a problem today, but she could be very awkward for anybody. And Sawa, the way that she was looking today, she was looking pretty intense, and that's going to be scary as a first rounder. That could be scary. All right, Eala. I don't know if she's serving first, but she did win her first round match, by the way, in straight sets. She won against Leong, who was from Malaysia, and it was 6-3, 6-1. Like I said, it was down 3-1, 1-3, and came back to win 6-3 and then won 6-1 in the second. Naklo from Thailand has come through the number 4 seed in the first round. She beat her in 3 sets, and then she took out Tan from the Singapore in the second round, in the the quarterfinals. So she's had 2 matches. Eala's had 1. Eala didn't play last week. I don't know if let me have a check. Did Naklo play the team event last week? Let me see. What day is this? That was yesterday. Did Thailand make the final against Indonesia, or was it? Yeah, so Thailand beat the Philippines in the group stage, in the team event, and then Indonesia beat them in the final. Yeah, Naklo did play. She was the head of the team. She was one of the main players of the team, I think. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. I'm looking at the wrong one. Chen. So Chen played. Oh no, she didn't play. Okay, so Naklo didn't play the team event, according to this Maybe she played some of it. No, she didn't, apparently. All right. Chen did play. Chen played the entire thing, singles and doubles, for the team event. So that's why Chen was tired today. She was playing 2 matches a day all last week. And now she's had to come in and play singles, and again, it's been rough. Did Chen play Sawang-Q last week, maybe? That's interesting. Did that happen? Or did Chen play somebody else? Oh no, Chen. So Sawang-Q took on the number 2 Indonesian player, and Chen played the number 1 Thai player, which was Tara Rudy, who didn't play. Oh, Sawang-Q and Chen played the doubles against each other, though. So they did meet, just not in singles. All right, here we go, chat. Eala versus Naklo. Naklo's played a little bit more tennis the last couple of days. Eala got through easily yesterday as she serves down the tee. Eala, but it's a fault. Or it's a let. It's a let. Alex is 52 in the world and Chen is 53, yeah. They are neck and neck in the rankings. All right. Eala into the forehand of Naklo. Forehand from Eala. Goes wide and Naklo wins the first point. Love 15. First point to Thailand. Eala was ranked 50 at one stage, but she dropped down a little bit at the end of the year. I think she was close to. Was she number 50 in the world in the last week of the season, and then somebody overtook her. As Eala wins the second point, 15-0. There's Eala serves again into the backhand of Naklo. Down the line from Eala. Slice from Naklo is into the forehand of Eala. As Naklo again to the forehand of Eala. The backhand of Naklo as Naklo hits it wide. 30-15. Yeah, Eala's 53. No, 52 now, right? 52 in the live ranks. By the way, there are challenges still going on right now. So even if Eala might drop down the rankings if someone plays challenges this week, and she's not playing challenges right now. As Eala gets to 40-15 with a good forehand. Chen's 54. Oh, so it's a 53-54. Okay. Yeah, 50 to 60 is very small. Yeah, there's not many points between them. By the way, we're almost at 150 likes. Appreciate that. Don't forget to like if you haven't already. Eala 40-15. And she serves a fault. Second serve. Badosa's 50, Sakari 51, Alex 52. And then Chen 53. That's a crazy group of players. What a group of players that is. As Eala double faults, I think. No? Maybe? It was a let. It was a let. Oh no, they're gonna replay the point. It was called a fault and then it was in, so they're gonna replay the point. Eala gets a first serve at 40-15. She has a fault anyway. Second serve. Oh, boy. Yeah, Chen's a couple of years older than Eala. As the backhand return goes in the backhand of Eala. Naklo forehand. Bit of a shank. And Eala comes in and puts it away. All right, 1-love. Eala takes the first game of the second semi-final. All right. Strong start by Alex. That's it. Gotta be careful in these situations. These are dangerous matches. we saw in the last match, right? I don't think anybody expected. Chen to go down, right? I mean, nobody probably expected her to go down the way she did, but I think I think that the way that Chen lost just shows that, like, you know, this is not an obvious, this is not like an easy competition, right? For top 100 players, there's a lot more pressure on the players in the top 100 probably because of the the expectation of having, you know, expected to win, right? You know, we're expecting these players to win. We're expecting Eala to win this 6-love, 6-love because we haven't heard of her opponent, right? And her ranking would say that she's better, you know, 10 times better by ranking or whatever, 5 times better. All right, ace from Naklo, who we're learning about as well. 15-love. As Naklo serves, into the backhand of Eala. Return goes in the forehand of Naklo as Eala backhand again to the forehand of Naklo. Eala forehand. The forehand of Naklo down the line to the forehand of Eala. And Eala in the net, 30-love. And the pressure, it's interesting because when we watch the Olympics, right? This is what this is, right? It's the Olympics for Southeast Asia. Different countries have different, you know, there's some countries like America who are going to be good at everything. They've got so many opportunities to win medals so many places that it's not like, oh, well, we have to win the tennis because that's our only medal, right? They've got so many events, right? Australia's similar like that. Like we're good at swimming, right? We usually say if we don't do the good at swimming, then we're going to lose a lot of medals at the, you know, we're expecting our athletes to do well at swimming. If we win medals in tennis, that's great. But there's players like, you know, Djokovic for Serbia, where Serbia is probably not going to have a chance of winning too many medals because they're a bit of a smaller country. Yeah, they might do it well in like water polo or, you know, some of those kind of events. But Djokovic winning the Olympics is that's going to be one of, I don't know how many medals Serbia won in last year's Olympics, but that medal was definitely one of the ones they thought they could win, right? Similar here, right? This is a great opportunity for Philippines to win a gold medal because Eala is the best player in this tournament by ranking. And now with Chen out the way, this is a massive opportunity for Philippines. So the pressure on Eala to get a medal for the Philippines when, you know, I don't know how much of a favorite they are outside of tennis. I don't know if they're really good at other sports in this event. I don't know if they're really good at rowing or whatever other events there are. But this is a medal for the Philippines. This is one they're probably thinking, yeah, we're going to win that one. We'll win the medal in tennis. That's a lot of pressure for Eala to have to, you know, to try and provide that. And also, obviously, she wants to win a gold medal for the Philippines, right? 40-30. So the pressure on Eala to win this event is immense. The singles, maybe not the doubles, but the singles for sure. Like, now that Chen's gone, everybody's thinking that this is Eala's to lose, right? But she's playing against two Thai players. If she's going to win this gold, she's going to go through two locals, which is not going to be easy. As Naklo comes in and missed the forehand, and we get the deuce. Baseball, basketball, Philippines are king. All right. All right. Bad miss by Naklo, but Eala good defense. We get the deuce. As return goes to forehand Naklo. Forehand from Eala. Into the forehand of Naklo as Eala forehand cross court. Naklo gets on the stretch. Eala forehand open court winner. All right. Eala, she's got a break point. I think it was 40-love, wasn't it? All right. Advantage. Eala to get the break. As a return. Nope, that's called a fault. Second serve. Naklo second serve. Oh, it was a double fault. Eala breaks. All right. Eala got the 2-love lead. Good start for Eala. 2-love. By the way, I think Eala's playing Auckland next, like the first week of the year. I think. Maybe. I think Auckland is the event. As Eala serves the fault. Second serve. Somebody can correct me. Serbia 3 golds, 1 silver, 1 bronze at Paris Olympics. All right, there you go. So that's how big that Djokovic gold medal was. It was one of 3 medals, right? It's huge. Huge thing. All right, nice serve from Eala, 15-love. By the way, playing Hobart as well. There you go. And look, this is just from my point of view, and I'm an Australian, so, don't listen to me. I'm just kind of just throwing it out there. Would it be interesting if Australia were part? I know Australia's not, isn't Asia, but we're still southeast of Asia. You know what I mean? Could Australia be a part of this? Because we don't get to do any of this stuff. Asia doesn't, Australia don't get to do any of this stuff. We don't get to do the Southeast Asia Games. We don't get invited to the Asia Games. We only do the Olympics and the Commonwealth Games. That's it. We don't do Winter Olympics, right? We don't do that because we don't have snow. Can we be a part of it, please? Can we come to the next one, please? We can host it. We'll host it. We'll host the Southeast Asia Games in Australia. And we've got a lot of athletes that could participate and it'd be fun. We have players to play if you need. Please. It's 40 love. Can you imagine the tennis though? That'd be fun. You would dominate it? Maybe not in maybe just in the swimming, maybe. 40-15. I don't think we'll dominate. There's just going to be a couple of in the pool we might be, because we do well at the Olympics in the pool, but I don't think the tennis would be pretty even. I don't think Eala would have a good match against Joints, right? Joints not going to destroy everybody. It's not an easy women's draw. Demonor on the men's side probably maybe cruises, but that's, maybe he doesn't come to the Asia Games. Maybe he has a day off, he doesn't play. All right, 3-love, Eala. Eala versus Joint rematch at the Southeast Asia Games. Yeah, see, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? That was one of the best matches. I don't think Australia wouldn't win every gold medal if we played. Also, get New Zealand involved as well because we're southeast of Asia. We don't get to do this. That's the thing. It's funny because Australia for a while to qualify for the Football World Cup, we had to play the Oceania League, which was super easy because in Oceania, there's not that many massive football nations, right? So Australia would kind of cruise. But now we get thrown into the Asia group where we've got to play against Saudi Arabia and China and Japan and South Korea, all these great, football, better than us football nations, right? Because we're okay, but we're not better than they're better than us. Now, so why are we playing? Why are we not doing why are we not invited to the Asia Games? We have to do the Asia qualies for the football. Come on now. Just let us join. Maybe not Southeast Asia Games, but the Asia Games. Let us play. Come on, please. Please. Australia is part of the Asia in football and basketball. Exactly. So why not the games? Be fun. They don't have the Oceania Games. And if they do, we don't do them. We got the Commonwealth Games. Maybe that's our thing. Commonwealth Games. But then again, isn't India and stuff are in the Commonwealth Games too. So they get. There's a lot of countries that are playing this that are probably in the Commonwealth Games too. So they get more shots at we don't. The Eala's 4-1 goes wide. 15 love. As Naklo serves again. You got a point there. Aussie should be included in Asia Games since they're in the FIBA Asia. Yeah. Exactly. Anyways, return goes wide and it's 30 love. Yeah, we should at least be in the Asia Games. Maybe not the Southeast Asia Games. That's maybe a little too like that. We're not gonna. We don't need to go in there. You guys have got it sorted. We're not going to come in and. But I think the Asia Games, Australia versus China, would be a huge rivalry because it is a huge rivalry. Australia versus China in like the swimming was huge for a couple of years. Like it was a big deal. So like the Asia Games, we could come in and you know, China. I think did China dominate the Asia Games? Are they the country to beat? Because they're the country to beat in the Olympics. So I would have thought they're pretty scary, right? They're pretty strong. So Australia could come in and take on China in the Asia Games, and that could be some fun rivalries. Also in the tennis, Australia, we're not that good at tennis at the moment. We've got some good players, but overall, we're not got the greatest. Like we're not the strongest at tennis right now. So like playing in the women's event for the Asia Games, it would we got Joint, we got Dasher if she is allowed to play for Australia, right? So it could be interesting. It could be fun. There could be some fun times. Volleyball too, Australia could be included. Yeah, we're not. I mean, we're good at swimming, and we can do some track and field. We can play some tennis. We got some good boxes as well, but I think overall we wouldn't dominate. We wouldn't come in and ruin it, right? We'd compete, but it wouldn't be easy at all. You'll destroy the competition. Not in the Asia Games. I don't think we're that overpowered. I think we're pretty. Like if China and Australia would be pretty similar. Japan is also very strong too. Like I don't think Australia would steal all the medals. I think it would be pretty tricky. All right, 3-1. Naklo on the board. As Eala serves the backhand of Naklo, forehand from Eala. The backhand of Naklo is Eala forehand down the middle. Naklo forehand cross court goes long and it's 15 love. So before things get things are getting out of hand, but let's talk about Naklo for a second. Talk about how her career is gone because we know a lot about Eala. We watch a lot of Eala, so we know exactly sort of where she's at and what she's been up to. 16 wins, 24 losses this year for Naklo. Mainly on the ITF World Tour, and if you don't know what I'm saying, this is how the tour. Wrong one. This is how the tour is sort of split. You can see there they got the WTA Tour, which is consists of the big tournaments, all the main events. Challenger Tour is that second tier of event, which Eala has won a 125 Challenger, and then third tier is what the ITF World Tour is, and that's what Naklo has mainly played. This year. So she's mainly played third tier events or third level events, which is it's not unimportant. It's definitely massive for ranking points because they're all worth ranking points. 30 love. But she did make a final in Hua Hin, which I don't know where that is. It is in, I don't know where that is. But that was a W15, so one of the lower events. She did make in the first round of Chennai, which was a WTA 250 event, which is one of the big events. She did make the main draw there, coming through the qualies. Her best result by ranking this year, she didn't play any top 100 players. She did beat the number 450 in the world. Sorry, 540 in the world. That was her best result this year. In her career, though, she has only played one top 100 player, and that was Putintseva a couple of years ago, and she did get a set. She won the first set, but lost in 3 against Putintseva. So that was a solid result, but that's her only big win, big matchup. Besides this, I mean, now she's playing Eala, who's higher ranked than Putintseva was. So this might be Naklo's biggest match ever, by ranking, right? She's playing the toughest opponent ever. As Eala hits a winner, and it would be her biggest win ever if she does win it. 40-15. I'm going to serve it to the backhand of Naklo, and it goes out on the return, and Eala's got 4-1. Asia Games is competition played in Asia, so what's the difference? What, between this and Southeast Asia? Well, Southeast Asia has got is a smaller part of Asia. It's a different. It's the southeast part of Asia. Because Asia goes all the way to India, right? I mean, Asia covers a lot of different places. Southeast Asia is like a specific part, right? Like if I look at countries from Asia, you've got. I mean, Asia's split up into north, south, east, and west, right? Unofficially, or maybe officially, but I just haven't heard about it. So you've got the north of Asia is Mongolia. Russia is technically part of Asia, apparently. Then you've got Central Asia, which is your Kazakhstan and all the stands, pretty much. Uzbekistan. West Asia is Iran, Saudi Arabia, those parts of the world, right? All the way to Turkey. And then Southern Asia is India. And then Southeast Asia is Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand. And then Eastern Asia is Japan, China, those places. So Asia's split up into north, south, east, and west. And then Australia is apparently part of Oceania. That's why we're not part of the Southeast Asia Games, because we're not in that area. So Southeast Asia, the countries that are part of Southeast Asia are Thailand, Myanmar, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia. And I think maybe East Timor, maybe. So those are the countries. So anywhere between Bangladesh and Australia, or China and Australia, all the countries in the middle there, between China and Australia, most of them are Southeast Asia. And I've been lucky enough to go to most of those countries as well. I just haven't been to Laos or Myanmar, but I've been everywhere. Oh, and Philippines. Okay, I've been nowhere. I've been to 3 of them. All right. Love 15. I lied, all right? I only went to 4 of them. Southeast Asia Games only has 11 countries participating. Yeah. East Timor just got admitted this year. Okay. There you go. Love 15. Miala's already got the break. Love 15. And the return goes to the backhand of Naklo. And Naklo in the net. Love 30. Love 30. Love 30 as Naklo serves a fault second serve. Serve to the backhand of Eala, forehand now from Naklo to the backhand of Eala as Naklo forehand again. Goes in the net. Love 40. Eala to get the double break. Maybe Australia should be admitted to the next Southeast Asia Games. Now, I think the Asia Games, it could happen. But I think the Southeast Asia Games would be a little bit, it wouldn't be fair. As Eala hits a lovely forehand win up. There's the double break, 5-1. I think we wouldn't like Australia would be very tough. Like we're a very sporty country. We've got facility. Like we're very like, you know what I mean. Like we've got a very strong sporting background, right? In a lot of different sports, mainly because of the facilities we have here. That's why we do okay at the Olympics, right? So I don't think it'd be fair if we came to Southeast Asia, because like China's not in there, right? And China, we're sort of on the same level as China and America and UK when it comes to like our success at those tournaments or those events. So I think Australia going into Southeast Asia would not be fair. We'd be, it's not to sound arrogant, but we'd be too strong. You know, it would not be fair because we'd probably be too strong for some of the events, not all of them, but some of them. But in Asia, we'd be able to take on China for sure. And if China are tough, I think we'd be able to do that. I think if we were invited to the Asia Games, Australia wouldn't dominate, but we would compete well, and it would be competitive, and we would really fit in. I think Southeast Asia Games, I think would probably be a little bit too. Australia would be out of place. I don't think it would make sense. It'd be silly. It would be not fair for us to be a part of that. But the Asia Games, we definitely come in there and try and knock out the big dogs, right? But we're not good at every sport. Like I said, we're really good at swimming, but there's definitely sports. I mean, basketball we're okay at as well, but I don't think we're not unbeatable in like a lot of. There's a lot of sports that we probably lose in, like baseball and stuff. We're not great at. 30-15. But it'll never happen because we're not part of Asia. Australia is like an island on its own. We're part of nothing. We're just a random island on our own. All right, 4-1 down the middle goes out by Naklo. All right, 40-15. Eala to take the first set. Chen didn't get injured. Fatigue got to her. Eala talking to the umpire. Australia is very near Asia, yeah. All right. 40-15. As Eala serves the back of Naklo, return goes to front of Eala. And Eala hits a winner down the line. First set, 6-1. Strong set. That was a strong set. All right. Eala looking unstoppable. All right. I want a rematch with Chen versus Eala. Well, they're not playing because Chen lost. Philippines and Australia in Ireland, definitely not part of Asia. Instead, Oceania. Wait, Philippines is not part of Asia? Is that what you're saying? Aussie cricket team is godlike. I know. We're going to win the Ashes this week, which is going to be fun. This time next week, we would have won the Ashes. So, yay. Sports that I don't like in Australia would be cricket. Well, okay. Fine. 5K bet. I'm betting for Chen against Eala. Chen is out, though. Chen is out. So that's how can you bet on something that's not going to happen? Yeah, Chen lost, unfortunately. Okay. But Eala, 6-1 first set. Super easy. Winner of this match will take on Swangyu, who won against Chen, or beat, who won the first set against Chen, and then Chen had to retire. But she was tough. Sandpaper? What about Sandpaper? What are you talking about? So Eala, even though this is looking easy, the next match could be awkward. It could be a tough one. Her next opponent, if she does continue to win, could be a very tough one, especially because she's playing another Thai player, so another local. So it could be a very interesting final for the gold. If Chen is out, possible final with Eala versus Swangyu. Yeah, exactly. She retired because of breathing issues. Yeah, Chen looked very, very physically she faded for sure. She played, like I said, she's played a lot of tennis. So, you know, you got to give her some slack, you know. Got to be fair. You know, give her a little bit of a break. She's played a lot of tennis this week, Chen. And it's a decision she would have made lightly. You know, retiring in a playing for your country is not something you do without serious thought. 15-0. The next match, the winner of this will play on Thursday. So in 2 days. Are we covering the mixed doubles tomorrow? I don't think so. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Tomorrow in Melbourne is going to be 39 degrees. In fact, the next 2 days, the weather's going to be 40 degrees. Oh, wait. They changed it. Tomorrow's going to be 32. Oh, thank God. It's going to be 37 on Thursday, so that when we're watching the final, you just see me here in a sauna. 32 on Friday. God, help me. My aircon's still broken as well, so that's fun. 30-15. Sorry, 30-0. As Eala tries to get the break early, as she hits a great return again. Eala, no. Did she miss that? What happened? Hello? Scoreboard, hello? I think it's 40-30. All right, 40-30. She missed the return. 40-30 as Naklo serves an ace. And it's 1-love Naklo in the second. It's 2 degrees here in California. That'd be great. I love that. Do you want to swap? It's 21 right now and it's humid. But apparently the weather is not going to be hot tomorrow. It was going to be really hot. But it's only going to be 32. Which is... all right. By the way, Chad, let me know where you're from. Because I feel like these matches, we definitely are... We're getting a different... People from different parts of the world. Because the time zones are terrible for a lot of the regulars in the chat. But we're probably getting people from parts of Asia, which is awesome. Because it's on at a good time. So let me know where you're watching from. Sydney. Well, there you go. Maybe not. Maybe just Australia's watching. India. There you go. Nice. From Thailand. Nice. Love that. I was going to go to Thailand, and then instead I went to Indonesia. Double fold Eala. I've been to Thailand before. Vancouver, Texas. All right. Well, maybe I was wrong. Philippines. There we go. Hong Kong. West Coast US. I'm part of Southeast Asia. Nice. Or part of Southern Asia. Nice. New York City. India, it's 11 a.m. Nice. New Zealand. That makes sense because it's all afternoon here. Around here. I love New Zealand. I would live in New Zealand. Is there any reason not to live in New Zealand? Singapore. Nice. UAE. Nice. Guam in the chat. Nice. I'll be in Australia for 2 weeks for work. Nice. All right, love 30, by the way. Chance for Naklo to get the break as Eala hits him out, and it's love 40. Earthquakes in New Zealand? Okay. I'll take my chances. All right, love 40. Naklo, a chance to break here. All right, love 40. Hey, baby steps. Thank you for the 5 months. As a club member, appreciate that. I love 40. As Naklo returns a backhand into the forehand of Eala, who hits it down the line and long. There's the break. Remember, this is the best of 3 set match, so no final set tiebreak, no match tiebreak, none of that stuff. It goes all the way through the final set if we do go 3, but we're still a long way from that. But Eala overhitting the ball. And it's 2-love in the second. Kuwait here, nice. Thailand, nice. Oh, my app lied to me. 40 degrees on Thursday. How am I going to do that? How am I going to stream on a 40-degree day with no aircon? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Chat, help me. I might have to stream from the local McDonald's. No, that goes in the backhand in the net from Eala, and it's 15-0. That's only if Eala wins. If Eala doesn't win this match, then I can't watch the final anyway. So it's only if Eala wins that we're going to watch the final, unfortunately. Because I don't know why, but I can't find any matches. I can find matches for Eala, but I can't find any matches I couldn't find any matches for anyone else. So 15-0. Uh, 15-0 as Naklo sliced into the back of Eala. Naklo with the forehand of the stretch. Goes long. 15-30. 15-30. I cannot get GOAT membership due to regulations of our bank. Can you do something? I cannot do anything because I don't run the bank. Sorry. It's fine though. Just become a club member. You don't have to become a. You don't have to. I appreciate it, but you don't have to be a GOAT member. Yeah, don't stress. 15-30. As the return goes to the backhand of Naklo. Eala backhand into the forehand. Naklo. To the backhand of Eala. Naklo forehand again. Oh, is that a winner? Woo! Jeez, all right. Naklo's found some shots. 30-all. What a forehand. $30-all. As Naklo serves again. Oh, and Naklo wearing sunglasses. You don't see that very often. Players wearing sunglasses. As a return from Eala goes in the forehand of Naklo. Good forehand to the forehand of Eala. Naklo backhand. Overhits it. All right, Eala's got a break back point. 30-40. To get back on serve. $30-40. As Naklo serves the backhand of Eala. Good return. Naklo forehand again, the backhand of Eala. Naklo in control. As Eala hits a forehand cross court again, the backhand of Naklo. Into the forehand of Eala. Naklo forehand on the stretch. Eala gets back in control. Forehand again from Naklo sliced. Eala backhand sliced down the line. Naklo backhand goes cross court. As we're backhand again from Naklo in the net. There's the break back. 2-1. Eala back on serve. 2-1. While Eala not even in 100? What are you talking about? Eala's in the number 53. The progress of Chen is way more impressive than Eala. Oh, even in doubles. Yeah, but Chen plays way more doubles. What are you doing? You don't need to push Eala down to make Chen look good. Like Chen is great as well. They can both be great. You don't have to say that Eala's not good and Chen's better. They're both great. Just talk about Chen. You don't have to bring down Eala. They're both great. Chen's done a lot of things. You could just talk about her greatness instead of trying to bring Eala down for no reason. But by the way, we're watching Eala. This is an Eala stream. Why are you here? Why are you here? All right. By the way, Sawa's in the house. She beat Chen earlier today, so she's watching the who she's going to play in the final. Doing some interesting, doing some scouting, which is great to see. I'm just stating facts. Don't be a crybaby. Chen, am I crying? All right. Eala back on serve. 2-1. As Eala serves a let. Now, no match stats for this event. It's a little bit outside of the realm of stats, unfortunately. I don't even think they're showing stats on the broadcast, which is a shame. So Eala and Chen won't play for bronze because they don't play for bronze. I thought they did, but apparently if you lose in the semis, you just get a bronze. So they give out 2 bronze medals. So the loser of this match will win a bronze with Chen. They don't play for it. They both get a bronze. So there's not going to be a Chen versus Eala match this week. Not in the singles. Maybe in the mixed doubles though. I don't know if Chen's still in the mixed doubles, to be honest. Yeah, I thought they'd play as well, but unfortunately no. I've been informed that they don't play for bronze in these games. 15 love. As the backhand from Eala is a winner, 30 love. Eala seems to be losing second set. Same old thing for Eala winning the first set. I hope not. Yeah, she does have a little bit of that issue, doesn't she? Where she a bit of that second set siesta that Carlos has as well, right? Not as serious as his second set siestas, but he doesn't do that as much anymore. Eala does. She does seem to win the first set really easily and then struggles early in the second. Like she won the first set without breaking a sweat. Now she's in a fight, right? And this came out of nowhere. But also, you got to remember that if you lose the first set 6-1, you lose the first set 6-1. The next set, you're going to come out completely different. You're going to start, you're going to try a totally different game. So you got to give a little bit of credit to the opponent. No way you're watching the Southeast Asia games. Yeah, we are right now. 30-15. There's a 4 now from Naklo's a winner. That's a beautiful shot. 30-0. And Eala also has kind of stopped running a little bit. Maybe conserving a little bit of energy just because it's hot out there. It's physical out there. So it might not be a siesta more than a, trying to, not push herself too hard in case she, gets into a tiebreak in a set or something, Trying to conserve a little energy. 30-0. And also Naklo is playing better than the first set, clearly, as she hits that one out, 40-30. Yeah, there's a third player out there, the heat, exactly. The weather is the third player. And it's only getting hotter because it's getting to the afternoon. All right. $40-30. As Eala holds, it's 2-0 in the second. Whether a major factor in this match? Yeah. Well, it was a major factor in the first match. Two. Chen played the team event. That's why she was physically exhausted. Yeah, Kelvin. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, that she played singles and doubles in the team event, which ran for 4 days. And then she played this, right, straight away. And also, I think she's playing like every event that she can, right? I'm pretty sure she's playing the singles, so the doubles as well. And the mixed doubles. So she is a part of every single medal event. Except for the men's singles, obviously. But yeah, she's also playing. Okay, so she's not in the mixed doubles, but she is in the women's doubles. And has to play later today. She's playing women's doubles later. Maybe that's another reason why she withdrew too, because she thought, well, I've got another event later, and if I am exhausted and lose this match, and I'm totally exhausted, like she has to play doubles in a couple hours. So, maybe that's another reason why she made that choice, because she knew that she knew she had other things to. She still had other events, right? This isn't her only thing. So maybe that was another reason why she decided against pushing herself and to physical exhaustion, where she couldn't play anymore this week. She's already won a gold medal though, Chen. She won with the team event. 15-0. Yes, so Wangyu also played the team event, but she, like, watching her in the last match, she is a beast. Like she didn't even break a sweat, but also she might have the advantage of this being her backyard. I know that Indonesia also has the similar conditions, but you've also got to remember, while Chen was traveling the world this year, playing events in Europe, playing events in America, right, playing all around the world, Wangyu for the last 6 months hasn't been playing that much. So she would have been probably in Thailand recovering from injury, but also playing in these conditions, practicing in these conditions, right? Whereas Chen, she did finish the year off in Hong Kong, but I think it was Hong Kong, but she might not have been acclimatized, right? Because she wasn't here, even though she grew up in Indonesia and all that stuff, right? So yeah, you got to remember that too, that, Chen might not have been as acclimatized to these conditions specifically. It's very hot out there. All right, 30-0. But Sawa was great. Hey, RS, thank you for coming back as a club member. All right, 30-0. Can Naklo stay in front? There's a bit of fault. Second serve. As the return goes, nope. It was a double fault, I think. They're not telling me. It was double fault. All right, Eala's got a break point, 30-40. All right, see you later, Deb. Thanks for staying up. 30-40. As Naklo serves a fault, second serve. Serve to the forehand of Eala. Good return to the back of Naklo. Eala forehand down the line. Naklo gets on the stretch. As Eala forehand goes up into the sky, in comes Naklo with a forehand. Drive volley. Eala can't get it. We get the deuce. There's a chance for Eala there to win that point, but Naklo turned it around. All right, deuce. Now there's a bit backhand return from Eala. In comes Naklo again with a forehand, but Eala's got there with a lob. Naklo smash. Yeah, puts it away. That's a good, tough smash. All right. Advantage Naklo to stay in front. As Naklo serves again. Into the back of Eala. Naklo forehand is shanked again to the back of Eala. As Naklo forehand again to the back of Eala. And Eala smacks the winner away. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Now, after this chat, besides watching the final on Thursday, there's really nothing to watch until after Christmas, where we have, I think Eala's playing after Christmas, Swiatek's playing after Christmas, Sabalenka's playing after Christmas. So there's a couple of things after Christmas. But yeah, Naklo hits a lovely winner. Besides the final in a couple of days, the World Tennis League this year is unfortunately just not very interesting. Last few years, they've always brought a good team event, but it just doesn't have the same names it usually does. I think it's like Kyrgios Medvedev might be a good match, but again, it depends when it's on. I'm not going to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch that, but that might happen. I don't know. That might be on. And the Next Gen Finals there's only one player in the top 100 playing that. And we don't usually watch it anyway, but yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty slim pickings for what we're going to watch before Christmas. But after Christmas, we'll definitely be tuning into as many events as I can find, because between Christmas and New Year's, we have no official tennis, and the 2nd of January is when the United Cup starts, which I think is a Friday. So the start of the official season really is on the 5th, is when we're going to see most players. But the United Cup starts on the 2nd, so we're going to start on the 2nd. Advantage Eala, break point, by the way. Yeah, Eala's playing against Andreeva. I just got to figure out if I can watch it, because I don't know if I can watch it. But if we can watch it, we'll watch it. Swiatek is playing some stuff too, and so is Sabalenka. So, again, it just depends on if I can watch it. As Eala hits a return winner. And there's the break, 3-1. Eala gets the break in the second. All right. But yeah, so yeah, it's funny because I was looking last year, and I'm like, I felt like this year there was nothing on, and it's kind of true. But last year we still had the Sinner stuff going on, right? We didn't know what was going to happen. That was still a conversation. But also, just before the end of the last year, when the season ended, we got the Swiatek news about her getting banned for a month. That happened like at the end of November last year. So that was a whole situation. And then Max Purcell, I think at the end of last year as well, also got pinged by WADA, right? So we had a lot to discuss last year. There was a lot going on. There's a lot of news. This year, there's been no news. Serena hinting at a comeback has been the most eventful part of the off-court stuff. Nothing else has happened yet. Thank God, because, I don't want to have any more of that Sinner stuff. Swiatek, it was... So, yeah, it's been pretty uneventful. It's been pretty quiet. There's been no news. No news. 3-2 Eala. No news is good news, right? All right, Eala got the set in the break. As Eala serves again. To the backhand of Naklo. Forehand from Eala. Naklo gets it back with a forehand to the forehand of Eala. Naklo forehand again. Cross court. Eala's there with the backhand. Into the slice of Naklo as Eala drop shot. Too good. 15 love. 15 love. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. If you are new to the channel and you're wondering what is going on, we watch tennis all the time. All the time. And especially if you like Eala, we watch her all the time. I know tennis is really, it's one of those sports that's very hard to keep track of because it's on different times of the day, or every week it's different time zone. But it's also very hard to keep up to date with because it's hard to find where to watch it because it's on all these different platforms and it's all over the place. But that's what we're here for. If it's on, we're here. And if there's any news, we got you covered. So if you want to keep up to date with tennis, you've accidentally found the right place. So make sure you join. 15-0. As Naklo returns the forehand of Eala, and Eala puts away the forehand. 30-15. 30-15. And Eala serves again. As the return goes to the front of Eala, and Eala in the net with a forehand, 30-0. Naklo a chance to get back on serve. As we just serve into the back of Naklo, return to the front of Eala. Naklo forehand. As Eala gets on the stretch, goes across the court. Naklo backhand again. The front of Eala, who goes down the line, just goes wide. It's 30-40. Breakback point for Naklo to get back on serve. By the way, thank you everybody for joining us. I've missed doing streams. I'm just glad there's something to talk about. As we just slice there from Eala into the forehand of Naklo. Eala backhand as Naklo forehand goes down the line. That's a winner. Naklo's back on serve. Geez, she is not going away. How long has this match been going? I have no idea. Probably an hour, just over an hour, I would say. Probably about an hour. Yeah. I would think maybe an hour. Yeah. And look, Chad, we're not going to get into it because it's a very sad subject that I'm sure people are here to get away from. But that's what these streams are for, is to get away. We get away from the real world for a second and not think about all the bad, crazy shit that's happening. But I'm glad that I could watch these streams because the last couple of days have been very heavy in Australia. So I'm glad that we've been able to, at least I've been able to get my mind off all the hectic stuff that's been going on in the world and in our world, my world, in the Australian world. That's what these streams are for. For all of us to just forget about things for a couple of hours. Because it all gets so heavy. Love 15. As Naklo double faults, love 30. So thank you everybody for joining us. Love 30. As Naklo serves again. She's done so well to break back here, but it might be all in vain. Love 30. As Eala, she tried to hit a drop shot return winner, but she just shanked it wide, and she's having a little bit of a smile. She's like, that was a bit ambitious. Worth a shot, though. You're up love 30. I mean, why not try and do a drop shot return winner off a second serve? Why not? Why not? That's called confidence. 15-30. That's a fault second serve. As the serve goes to front of Eala. Good return the backhand of Naklo. She puts up a lob. Eala comes in with the backhand. Naklo pass. Eala volley. It's too good. 15-40. Eala to take the break again. 30-40. Sorry, 15-40. As the return goes to forehand of Naklo. Eala with the forehand on the stretch. In comes Naklo with the backhand. She hits a lovely winner down the line. And it's 30-40. 30-40. What's my prediction for the AO? I don't have one. I haven't thought about it yet. I haven't thought about any predictions until after Christmas. I've got last year the season started after Christmas. Now I've got a week after Christmas to think about my predictions. So I'm not doing any predictions until after Christmas. The Australian Open, probably Sinner. On the women's side, no idea. There's 7 people you could pick. Probably 10 people you could pick. But on the men's side, spoilers, probably Sinner. Just because he's won it twice. And it's either Alcaraz or Sinner, and I think Sinner in Australia might just take Alcaraz. That goes off the tape from Eala, but then Naklo hits it down the line for a winner, and it's deuce. She survives. I know Alcaraz fans are going to be like, what do you mean? Alcaraz is going to win the Korea Slam in a month. Okay. I hope he does. I love that. But I can't go against Sinner in Australia yet. Like, it's like going against Novak in Australia. It's like, why would you do that? Like, Sinner in Australia. Australia is Sinner's place right now. It's his, you know. He's dominated the last 2 Australian Opens. Or at least last Australian Open he dominated. Double fault from Naklo, advantage Eala. On the women's side, I have no idea. I'll wait until I see some tennis. I might not even make a prediction until like before the Open. I need the first week of the season to see who's playing well, because that'll make it my decision. That'll make me decide, you know. All right. Advantage Eala. As the forehand return goes to the backhand of Naklo. Eala with the forehand again, the backhand of Naklo. As Naklo hits a win up. All right. Stubborn. Gets back to deuce. Naklo will not be denied. Deuce. As with a forehand from Naklo goes into the backhand of Eala. Eala thought it was long, and that one went wide by Naklo anyway. All right. Eala shakes the fist. This is a tough second set. Advantage Eala. Advantage Eala to take the break again. As Naklo serves. Great serve. Eala gets it back. Oh, no. It's called a fault. The hell? That was on the line, apparently. Apparently not. As with a second serve from Naklo into the forehand of Eala. That's a great return. Naklo slice. Into the forehand of Eala. Naklo defending, but Eala hits the line. All right. Eala 4-3. No, it was out. Umpire overturned it. What? Wow. Eala was celebrating, and the umpire said, actually, that was out. That was such a late call. Umpire overruled that so late. Eala turned around, celebrated, and then the umpire's like, actually, I think that might be out. Hello? It's back to deuce. Wow. That was the umpire, even Naklo was like, oh, I think it was out, and Eala's like screaming at a coaches being like, let's go. It's not 4-3, it's deuce, 3-all still. What a crazy what a crazy thing. As Naklo overhits that one. All right, advantage Eala. Yeah, the umpire's like, actually, I might call that one out. Like 3 days later. That's only going to fire Eala up, though. Advantage. That's you don't want that. You don't want Eala to get fired up. All right, advantage Eala to get the break officially. As Naklo serves in the back of Eala, return goes in the forehand of Naklo. Naklo in the net. There it is. All right. 2 extra points, and Eala throws her fist in the air. She's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Call that one out. Call that one out, umpire. Go on. We're waiting. All right. 4-3. Eala gets there eventually. that really fired Eala up. She's just like, yeah, that's right. I'll hit it in by this much then. How about that? 4-3. Officially, it's a break. Yes. Official break. Uh, 4-3. Eala 2 games away from the gold medal match at the Southeast Asia Games in a couple of days' time. And we will watch it. But yeah, Eala celebrating that what she thought was the break, and then the umpire overruling it after she celebrated is a wild move. All right. Eala with the break. She's had the break a few times in this set, though. I think she was up 3-2. Naklo was up 2-love, so they both had leads in this set, but no one's been able to capitalize on the lead and turn into winning the set. They've given the break pretty much straight back. As soon as they've got it, All right. Four, 3. As Eala says a fault. Second serve. Second serve Eala. As Naklo wins a point. I think. Love 15. Yeah, she wins the first point. Love 15. Serve into the forehand of Naklo, but it's called a let. Cooking show starting now. Sounds fun. All right, backhand return. Into the forehand of Eala, and Eala puts that one away. 15-0. Nice forehand winner. 15-0. Serving the backhand of Naklo. Naklo hits a wide. And it's 30-15. All right, 30-15. As Eala hits another winner down the line. 40-15. How was having a break for a little while? Yeah, I wish I had gone away for longer. I think that's the only thing. But I had to come back because there's things I had to come back and do. But I would have loved to have gone away for 2 weeks. I think that's that would have been like 10 days. I think would have been perfect. But I went away, so I'm happy. And right now I'm getting to the stage where I want to stream again because there's a lot more time left till the season officially starts. As Naklo comes in, hits a terrible smash. Eala gets a 5-3. Yeah, 5-day break was good, but still, there's so much time. Like it's still like so much time until the season starts again. So thank God we got something to watch over at least a couple of times. Thailand is known for hometown decisions, and now they're trying to cook this match. Well, Eala's up 5-3, so I don't know about that. All right, Eala, 1 game away from the gold medal match in the singles. As with a forehand out of the backhand of Eala. Backhand from Naklo into the forehand of Eala. But Eala hits it wide, and it's 15-love. Love. But we will watch the final between Eala and if Eala does finish this match and win, obviously. But we'll watch the match between Sawangyu and Eala. I'm not sure what time it's on, but it'll probably be on similar time on Thursday. So get ready for that. As Naklo hits a winner, 30-love, which will be fun because from what we saw today with Sawangyu against Chen, she's a player. She's a tough player. So that's going to be a real physical match and very fiery match too because both players, we know Eala loves to shout, but Sawa, very vocal as well today, very fired up, very intense. So that's going to be really interesting. If we do get that match, 40-love, if Eala wins this match. So that'd be fun. All right, serving to the backhand of Eala. Return goes to the forehand of Naklo. Naklo hits it wide, and it's 40-15. And the return goes to forehand Naklo. Backhand from Eala. Into the forehand Naklo, who shanks it long, and it's 40-30. Please don't put scores in the chat. We've got a scoreboard, so don't waste your time. Thank you, though, for being here. Ah, 40-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Naklo, into the backhand of Eala. But Eala overhits it, and Naklo holds. Eala's going to serve the match, 5-4. Cam, are you watching Sabalenka Kyrgios? Battle of the Sexes? He's getting kind of old. Look. Maybe. I don't even know where it's being shown. So first I've got to figure out where it's going to be so I can see if I can watch it. I might not even be able to watch it myself. So that's one thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird event. Like that's such a weird. I don't know. I think it's one of those things. It's one of those events where I don't want to think too hard about it, and I'm not going to take it seriously because it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's such a strange. Why is my question? Why are we doing this? Why is it happening? What's the point of it? Why? You know? I don't see it bringing any value to the game. Why are we doing this? I would much rather have seen Sabalenka play Swiatek in an exhibition. Much better. Or Kyrgios playing Alcaraz, right? I don't understand why we're doing this cross promotion, whatever it is. I don't even know what you call it. So that it's just not, it just doesn't make sense. But also, it's one of those things. Maybe I just don't think about it too hard. You know, like the more you try to understand it, the harder it becomes to understand why it is a thing. So just don't ask. 15 love, Eala hits a winner. You know what I mean? Because it's definitely not. It shouldn't be called Battle of the Sexes because it shouldn't be associated with what that was. It shouldn't be considered a part of that series of cultural moments in tennis. Like, it shouldn't be a part of that. This is not anywhere near that, right? It just should be, you know, the Tiger versus the King, right? Use their nicknames. Do that, right? Kyrgios versus Sabalenka, Battle of the Serves, right? It should be something else. We can't associate it with what happened in the 70s. It's not fair. It's not fair on on what Billie Jean King and did back then. You know? It's not on the same level as that. 15 love as that goes out by Eala and it's 15-0. So yeah, it's a money grab. Yeah, I know they did interviews and saying that it's about bringing attention to the sport. It definitely brings attention. I don't know if it brings attention to new people or if it brings attention to the tennis fans about, if it's just like, because does it bring attention to people that don't watch tennis? I don't know. Anyone who's not watching tennis is going to watch it? I don't know. I think it's feels like a lot of tennis fans are just kind of watching it. All right. 15-0. Eala trying to finish this match and get to the final gold medal match. We've got a forehand out from Eala at the back end of Naklo as Eala back in cross court. Naklo gets with the forehand, goes down the line, but it's wide. 30-15. Serena play Roger. How different is it? If Serena played Roger, that's an interesting question. 30-15. I think more people would be on board, but I don't think they would brand it as Battle of the Sexes. They wouldn't do that. I don't think they would make it, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they'd associate it as like, this is a thing. This is about man versus woman. I don't think it would be that. If it was Federer versus Serena, it'd be GOAT versus GOAT. And also we'd probably all just be like, that looks fun. I don't think it would be it wouldn't have all like the politics of it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Eala hits a winner down the line, 40-15. 40-15. Eala, 2 match points to get to the gold medal match and take on another Thai player who's in the stands watching this match and writing notes. It's not been an easy second set. Naklo has been stubborn in this second set, but credit to her for putting up a fight. But it's Eala with the match points to take her spot in the final. She serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. The final is in 2 days. It'll be on Thursday. Probably around the same time because they probably don't want to play too late in the day because of the weather. There's a backhand return now from Naklo in the net. There it is. Eala's going to the gold medal match. And she will take on Sawangyu in the final. Another Thai player. It's not going to be easy. She's got the crowd against her, but she doesn't really mind that. Oop. As Naklo nearly takes Eala out by walking past. They almost ran into each other. All right. Eala gets the win. In straight sets, not easy though. I wouldn't say that was an easy win. The first set was definitely easy, but the second set was a battle. She had to fight. She fought for that second set, and the final might be, could be on that same level of toughness because the player she's going to play in the final, very good junior. We found out when we were watching. That's why I'm glad we watched that first match because Sawangyu was a very accomplished junior. Very high, top 10 junior in the world. Not as good as Eala was in juniors, but definitely somebody who knows how to play the game. 23-year-old as well, so not 23-year-old. So not like a veteran by any stage, right? So yeah, and also very fired up. Very I think her and Eala, the big similarity will be their intensity. So it'll be very interesting. Eala should win. But I don't think it's going to be straightforward. I think she's going to have to fight for it. She's going to battle. And hopefully there's more people in the crowd on Thursday because you would hope a full house for a gold medal match with a Thai player in the final would be a better atmosphere. It's too hot for people sitting outside. There's a lot of people in the shade in the stadium, but there's not too many people, too many people in the stands because of the weather. But hopefully on Thursday, it won't be as blistering hot and there will be a lot more people in the crowd. To bring that atmosphere. But Eala wins. Eala gets the win. This is the Southeast Asia Games. It's like the Olympics for Southeast Asia. So it's a big deal for the countries, for Philippines, for Thailand, for Indonesia, all those countries. It's a big deal. No worries. If you are leaving, don't forget to subscribe on the way out. And come back in a couple of days because we'll be back to watch the final. Where I'm going to be sitting in a 40-degree house. So that's going to be interesting. So it's going to be stinking hot in my house. It's going to feel like Thailand here. So fingers crossed we all get through it. Never heard of it? Yeah, it's happens every 2 years. It's like the Winter Olympics. It's sort of the winter, I guess that's as good a comparison as I can make for anybody in Europe or in America. I guess it's like the Winter Olympics. It happens every other year, right? It's every other year outside the Olympics. It doesn't, it's its own thing. Mixed doubles coming up next. Yeah, so tomorrow, tomorrow Eala is playing mixed doubles. Tomorrow. Hey, thank you, AdVids, for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Thank you. Winter Olympics also happens every 4 years. Yeah, so, whatever. I don't know. What happens every 2 years in Europe? Nothing. I hope to see you all in gold medal match. Yep, we'll be back in a couple of days. It's like a pride thing representing your country. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So happy to see Alex has lots of fans. Oh, yeah. She is super popular for sure. It is good to watch this event, though, because it's fun to watch. Like I said, watching Sawa in that first match against Chen, great to see. It was great to see somebody, like, because everyone, when this came out, it was going to be Chen versus Eala final. They're not going to lose games. But then you see, Chen gets upset, and Sawa comes in. Sawankyu is, as we found out earlier this match, is going to be playing the main draw of the Australian Open. She is, with a protected ranking of 100, is in the Australian Open main draw, as is Eala and Chen. So she is. She's not on that level by any stretch. She's not on the same level as them yet, but she should be somebody to watch out for in this same Southeast Asia region. I mean, she's by that standard is the third best player from Southeast Asia, right? You've got Eala, you've got Chen, and then you've got Sawa. So she's the third best. She's number 3 seed here as well. So that also shows how that she is in the top 3. And seeing that Chen and Eala have done well will give her confidence to think that, hey, maybe next year she'll be the player out of this 3 that will break out a bit. All right. I'm out of here. We'll be back in a couple of days. I don't think we'll do the mixed doubles tomorrow, but we might. So just stay tuned. We might do the mixed doubles with Eala tomorrow. I just got to see if what time they play and how that's all going to work. So, stay tuned. We might be back tomorrow, but we will be watching the gold medal match in a couple of days. I think that'll be a real fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch the match between Eala and Sawangyu. 2 gold for Alex. Let's go. Yeah, she's already won a bronze in the team event. So if she does win the singles and the mixed doubles, she will get a couple of gold. And 4 years ago when Eala played this, she won, I think, 3 gold or 4 gold. 3 bronze. So she's obviously gone one better already in the singles. She's going to win a silver minimum. But she's trying to get that gold. And if we want to look at it like this, chat, as well, I mean, the best player in Asia when the Asia Games happened was Zhang, right? Zhang won the Asia Games, which makes sense because, for at least a year, she was the best player from Asia, right? The winner of the Southeast Asia Games will be the best player from Southeast Asia, right? And if Eala wins it, that kind of makes sense because her and Chen are sort of like fighting out for that number 1 spot of the best player in this region. So it is fun to think of it like that as well. Like if you look at the Asia Games, the winner of the Asia Games is the best player in Asia, clearly. Well, at the time, I don't know Osaka is also from Asia, but she didn't play that event. But then you've got the Southeast Asia Games. Yeah, if Eala wins it, makes sense. The best player from Asia won the event. Southeast Asia won the event, right? It will be interesting when the Asia Games come around again if Eala and Zhang play against each other. Because they did play at the Asia Games last time, and Eala went down in 3. But it will be fun to see them play again, because then it will be a real test to see who the best in Asia is, especially if Eala wins this Southeast Asia Games, and takes on Zhang again in the future. That'd be fun. All right, but thanks for hanging out. We'll be back. We'll be back to watch the gold medal match in a few days, where Eala will take her place in the final, and we'll see whether or not she can get the gold for the Philippines. But thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. This has been good. I'm glad we got to do this. I'm so glad we got to find these matches. I was stressing yesterday when I couldn't see it, but thanks for sticking around. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh no, 2 days. Oh, baby steps.
Thanks for covering Alex Eala.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that. All right, I'll see you guys soon.